No, it seems to be a free-for-all.
I know. I only go to Food Basics at like 7:45 on a Thursday when they're like about to open.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the red zone, I don't know if they're going to get more strict with the numbers in the stores. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, you just don't know. It's a weird. Yeah. I guess it'll be interesting to see how they do that, right? So I think the plan is that they want to keep everything open. It's just going to be, I think, a more limited people, like a limited amount of people that can go into the stores.
Because we're allowed the same amount in the church with red and orange, which wasn't the way it was before, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, it could be per space too, right? Like maybe they've figured out that the space is pretty good, so.
Well, we were at 30%. We were 30% and we're 2 meters apart. So red, or I guess, I don't know, maybe they changed their, the numbers are still going up though, so that's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah. Well, I see Josh's lovely abode.
Yeah, he's there. Well, or he's turned it on.
From wherever he is.
Yeah, he could be downstairs.
So, you still doing? Is Marilyn going to offer spring classes, or what is she doing this year?
Well, I think she just, because people signed up for winter, she went to virtual. I think people are just using their credit, right, from what they were able to do, and it's just kind of like pushing over into spring. So she is doing spring right now, but it's like spring, and I think it goes till May. I want to say May or June is when.
Well, her winter goes from January, February, March, April. So spring never started till May, June.
Yeah, but I think now because of January.
That's the way it was before.
Yeah, but because I think January was shut down, I think she's pushing the winter into spring. Like it's gonna kind of all blend together.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully, and like when it gets to May or June, she'll offer stuff outside, right? Like that'll be easier.
Yeah, I wonder if she'll do the outdoor boot camp this year outside.
Yeah, well, that's the best way to do it, right? Because you can totally socially distance.
Yeah.
Not friends.
It used to do that all the time, but hopefully she didn't have outdoor boot camp last year, I don't think.
No, because she had the hall, right? Like the hall is so good, like that Long Sioux Hall.
Hopefully in the fall we can
go back.
Be normal, sort of.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I know.
It's a long battle, eh?
It is, and just when you think that it's you feel like we're hitting like a turning point, it just like veers the other way, you know? Like it kind of has a little bump in the road.
Yeah. We need some drugs.
Yeah, well, somebody just posted that I think 42 million people got vaccinated in the United States, and Canada's only 37 million people.
Oh.
And we're like,
I think we hit 3. Did we hit 5 million yet vaccinated? I think.
Oh, Canada? I don't know.
We were close though. I thought the other. Anyway.
It just seems the rollout of the vaccine has taken forever.
Yeah, and you'll see. I don't really know if I like trust this person. She's a little bit of a Debbie, like a downer. So I'm always like, I don't know if I really like trust
You know
her.
what? It's the tough thing is, even for some of the most positive people, COVID's getting those people down too. You know, we had a management survey asking us if you had a choice to go back to working at the office or a blend of the two or working remotely, what would be your option? So it's interesting that Josh was talking about that yesterday. So anyway, you answer that question. And then the final question on the survey was, what has been the toughest challenge for you during the of working remotely during COVID. And for me, it's trying to energize and keep the people up. So that's why when you say she's a bit of a downer, I'm thinking a lot of people you would never expect to be downers are downers now. Like it's
Well, this
it's
is what
tough to keep it energy up, you know?
Well, this is what she posted on her wall. So 48 million Americans are fully vaccinated. The population of Canada is 37 million. 1.66% of Canada's total population has been fully vaccinated. We are also 55th in the world in vaccine rollout. And then she's like, let that soak in for a bit. And I was like, and we're done this one.
Yeah. She's actually on the mark. There has been a lot of criticism about the fact that initially, the way that Trudeau approached it, the fact that he was having meetings every day, that we were getting our updates, all of that was fantastic. And then what happened? It's almost like the ball got dropped. It was just, it's suddenly poof.
They counted on China, and that didn't go through, and that was it. That was all he had in his pockets. And then the rest is history. We're at the bottom of the line, the back of the line, wherever.
Anyway, you know what?
We're gonna get vaccinated when we need to get vaccinated, right? So, and you never know, like, yeah, exactly.
Hopefully things will pick up soon and more people. I mean, in Ontario, our platform hasn't worked well. Just booking a flippant vaccine has been difficult. And the fact that it went with that platform for the 80 plus, for me, boggles the mind. George's dad has a rotary phone. Like, there is no internet. So for me, that was the tough thing, is a phone call. There was a different way to roll that one out. Then as you get to the younger demo, like the minute you hit the 70, go for it. But the 80 plus, tough demographic to hit through an internet approach.
Hey, Josh. We can't hear you, young man.
Greetings and salutations.
There you go.
Greetings and salutations.
Greetings.
Peace be with you.
So Mark's got a good lineup of events for tonight, Josh, he was telling us.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, Josh is going to say yes.
I know he'd say yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna start in squat pose, and then we're gonna go to dragon. And then
Yes.
dragon, we're gonna go to frog. And then we're gonna go back to dragon, but we're gonna do like super duper dragon, where we're gonna do our leg up, and then we're gonna go down all the way.
I told him Josh will see him next week.
Okay, well then if I'm going to record the class for you, then I'll have to change it to full screen for Mark.
And you know, I'll just like this. I'll be like, and this is for George. Hello for George. Maybe.
Well, you have to do, and don't forget Crow.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't forget which?
Crow.
Crow. We don't do crow very often, but crow is where you balance.
Oh, yeah.
I've never done crow.
Yeah, we'll have to do.
Crow
We'll
is
have to
like
do-
a very, like a top echelon yoga pose.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I won't be doing that one very well. I think we tried that with Angie, did we not, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you do it, Josh? Oh, Josh got look.
Yeah, I think he can do it. Yeah.
Well, I would.
Why do they call that crow? Why does that look like a crow?
Because you
Not
look
bad,
like a
Josh.
crow.
Yeah.
Not
well,
bad.
I don't know. They just call it crow pose. But it's, yeah, you're just here.
Oh, I suppose. I think I can. Oh, wow. Good.
Yeah. And then from there, like basically what you're supposed to do after is jump. So you would jump to your chaturanga. So you'd be here. And then come out.
Wow.
Okay, how long are you supposed to hold that, Mark?
I like the jump to the chaturanga.
I go right to that one. Okay.
No, I have a nice relaxing class for us today. So it'll be very, very relaxing.
That's good.
Sounds good.
One quick comment before we go. If you right click on your screen,
Who are you talking to? Both of us?
yeah, you see there that you have a choice of fill frame or fit to frame.
Okay, Dara, do you see that?
I don't. If you click on the right side of my screen.
Now, if you right click on someone's picture,
Oh, okay.
you have a choice of fit to frame or you have fill frame.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which
If
one?
you so go back and forth between them and pick the one that you want.
Yeah, well, there I see Josh. Fit to frame.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, so mate, I'm gonna go here.
Which one do you prefer?
I don't know.
And
One's
each
clearer than the
one is
other.
different. Like for Mark, I generally use fill frame. And for you guys, I use fit to frame.
Oh, okay.
Because there's two of you, and
Okay,
so I
see
need to
Josh.
see all of you, right? Whereas with Mark, there's only one of Mark, so I can zoom in by using the fill frame, you zoom in on the person. Whereas people like yourself, who use two
Fill
people,
frame,
we have
yeah.
to use fit to frame to see you both, because otherwise it cuts off, George or die, or both.
Right.
Yeah. So before I was forcing you to see a certain view, and so you really had no choices. So now, because I'm not forcing you to full screen, there's all sorts of choices that you have in terms of what you want to do.
Okay.
And the other one is pin. So click on try someone and try pin.
Well, I had pinned Mark. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, I like
Okay,
that.
so pin is your own control.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't affect anyone else. Spotlight affects everybody. Like if I
Yes.
spotlight you guys, everyone sees
What do
you
prefer?
guys.
One.
Oh.
You see, so that's a way of forcing everybody. But if I stop spotlighting, everyone now has the control for themselves.
I think I prefer that one.
Okay. I'm filling the frame with Mark.
Yeah, that's the best one for Mark, because there's only one of them. Whereas there's two of you guys.
Okay.
All right, let's start class.
Yeah, whatever works
Is
for you guys.
Julie-
There you
Is
go.
Julie joining us? Sorry.
Go ahead, sorry.
Is Julie joining us?
Not for the moment. She's doing an errand right now.
Oh, okay.
All right, sir.
So we're set to go, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go a little bit later because we're starting a little bit later. So we'll go to like 7:05.
Perfect.
Yeah, if that's okay. Unless you guys have to leave at 7.
Okay.
All right, well, let's start in Shavasana. Your favorite pose, George. And as you make your way into Shavasana, allowing your body to begin to melt into your mat. Taking a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale it all out, let it all go. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Exhale it all out, let it all go. And with every inhale and exhale, allowing your body to begin to settle. Letting your mind begin to calm. And taking this opportunity this evening to check in with yourself and notice how you feel. Notice how your body feels. Taking a few moments to scan from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. And notice if there's any areas that you might be holding any tension. And breathing into those areas. Letting your breath dissolve any tension. Letting your body settle into your mat just a little bit more. Breathing into any areas that might be a little bit sore, a little bit tight or stiff. Letting your breath bring softness to anything that might be tight or stiff. Bring relief to anything that might be a little sore. Letting your body melt a little bit more into your mats. Taking note of any thoughts that might be rising up. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to pass by. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales and your exhales. And take a few moments to set an intention for your practice this evening. Something you wish to receive from your class. On the next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Gently moving your toes. Then on the next inhale, draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then open your arms up into a T and let your knees gently fall to your right side, coming into a twist. Adjusting your knees, whether you draw them closer to your body or you soften your knee bends. You could always slide a cushion or a block underneath your knees for some support. You can keep your eyes up to the ceiling. Or maybe you look over your left shoulder. Breathing into any sensation that you're feeling in your body. Letting your breath bring softness to those areas. Letting your body find a little bit more rest in the twist. Notice if you're holding any tension in your shoulders, allowing them to soften. Take one more breath in. Exhale it all out. Slowly draw your knees back to center. As you gently let your knees fall to your left side. Adjusting your knees, whether you draw them closer to your body or you soften your knee bends. Keeping your right shoulder blade pressed into your mat. You can keep your eyes looking up to the ceiling, or maybe you'll let your eyes fall over your right shoulder. Breathing into any sensation that you're feeling on this side. Letting your breath bring ease to those areas. Letting your body settle a little bit more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center. As we make our way into reclined butterfly, so drawing the soles of your feet together. And allow your hips to open up. And allow gravity to draw your knees closer to your mats. You could always draw more intensity by drawing your feet closer to your body, or drawing them away, which will soften the intensity in your hips. And drawing your right hand onto your abdomen and your left hand onto your heart. And just feeling the rhythm of your heartbeat. Feeling the rise and fall of your chest and abdomen with every inhale and exhale. Allow your shoulders to soften. And if your mind wanders or drifts away or gets distracted, just letting that go. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Letting your hips settle a little bit more. Letting gravity draw your knees just a little bit closer to the mat. We'll take a few more breaths here. Letting your hips open up just a little bit more. Take one more inhale. Exhale it all out. Slowly draw your hands underneath your knees, gently helping them up. Then drawing your knees into your chest, giving them a nice squeeze. And then from here, opening up to happy baby, grabbing the outside of your feet. Open your knees nice and wide, gently rocking a little bit of forward and backwards. A little bit of side to side. Then drawing your knees back into your chest and letting them sway from the left to the right. Gently letting your knees fall to your left side or to your right side, coming into fetal position. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up to a seated position. And then from here, we're going to come into a forward fold. And so maybe you slide a blanket underneath your glutes. You could always slide a blanket underneath your knees if you're a little bit tight in your hamstrings. And your toes could be pointed for this one, but reach your hands up. And then exhale, begin to reach and fold. And from here, with every exhale, trying to allow your upper body to draw closer to your legs. And if you're feeling it tight in the back of your legs, always bend them a little bit. You can always sit on a block, which will just allow you to fold a little bit deeper. Letting your body begin to settle. Allow your shoulders to soften. You can always put a block on your knees or your shins and let your forehead rest on the top of your block. And that just sometimes alleviates the stress in the back of your neck. Try to allow your shoulders to soften. Trying to keep your breath nice and deep. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, can you fold a little bit deeper? Notice if you're holding any tension in your kneecaps, can you soften your kneecaps? If your low back is really, you're feeling it in your low back, bend those knees, which will bring some of the tension away from your low spine. Take a couple more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Then on the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. From here, as we move into butterfly, half butterfly, so opening your right leg up to 45 degrees and taking the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Inhale, reach both hands up. And on the exhale, we're just gonna reach and fold forward. Allowing your hands to rest on your mats or on the floor. Maybe you grab your block and you let your body, your forehead rest on the block. If you're feeling a lot of it in the back of your right leg, always have a slight bend in your knee. And notice if there's any tension in your kneecap. Is your right leg flexed, or can you allow it to soften? Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further? Drawing a little bit more sensation to your right leg. Take a couple more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. As you lift your hands up, and then slightly turn to your right, and then begin to fold over your right leg. Allow your shoulders to soften. Got a couple more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. As you release your left leg, giving them both a little bit of a shake. Then opening your left leg up to 45 degrees and taking your right foot onto the inside of your left thigh. Inhale, reach both hands up. Then exhale, begin to reach and fold. Again, notice if you're holding any tension in your right kneecap. If you're feeling it a little bit intense in your low spine, you can always draw a blanket underneath your glutes. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. As you reach both hands up, slightly turn to your left as you begin to fold over your left leg. And taking a few moments to notice how this side feels. You need to bend your knee because it's a little bit too intense. Can you fold a little bit deeper? We've got a few more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Then on the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. As you release your right leg, giving them both a little bit of a shake. Bringing the soles of your feet onto your mat. And gently windshield wiper your legs to the right. Coming back to center. Let them fall to your left. One more time to your right. And one more time to your left. And then from here, coming into all fours. So coming into tabletop position. And we'll move through a few cat-cows. So keeping your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. On the inhale, slowly drop your belly, pull your chin forward. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands as you round your spine. Inhale, drop your belly, pull your chin forward. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands as you round your spine. Couple more, move with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale, drop your belly, pull your chin forward. Exhale, press into the palms of your hands, round your spine, tucking your tailbone and chin in just a little bit deeper. And then coming back to neutral spine, very nice. And then from here, walking your hands out and lowering all the way down onto our stomach. We'll come into Sphinx pose, so draw your elbows underneath your shoulders, removing any tension from your legs. Allow your eyes to close. And take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, breathe into any sensation that you're feeling in your spine. Maybe you feel it in the low spine, maybe your mid-spine, or your upper spine. Maybe you feel a little bit in your shoulders. Allowing your breath to bring softness to those areas. And take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, draw your chin to your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you draw your chin a little bit closer to your chest? Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On the next inhale, slowly draw your chin back up. And on your exhale, draw your right ear to your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Then exhale, draw your left ear to your left shoulder. Inhale, draw your chin back to center. Exhale, draw your right ear to your right shoulder. Take one more breath in here. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly draw your chin back to center. And on your exhale, draw your left ear to your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, draw your ear just a little bit closer to your shoulder. On the next inhale, slowly draw your chin back up to center. And exhale, lift your chin back up to neutral. So your option is to stay here in Sphinx pose, or maybe you move to seal. So taking your hands to the edges of your mats, begin to press into the palms of the hands as you straighten your elbows. Notice your breath. Take deep inhales and deep exhales. Allow your shoulders to soften. Take a few more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, allow your shoulders to soften. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Slowly begin to lower down. As you draw your hands together, and then letting your forehead rest on the top of your hands. Allowing your shoulders to soften. Allowing your spine to settle. Notice how your body feels as it begins to release. Take a few more breaths here. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. On the next inhale, draw your hands underneath your shoulders. Push up to tabletop. And from here, open your knees as wide as your mats. Draw your big toes together and push back to your child's pose. Allow your hips to settle. Your shoulders to soften. And if your forehead doesn't rest on the mat, always slide a block or a cushion, removing tension from your neck. And taking a few moments to notice how you're feeling. Notice if you're present, or maybe your mind might have wandered or drifted away. And just letting that go. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Letting your hips settle a little bit more. Allow your shoulders to relax. Got a few more breaths here. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly moving back to tabletop position. Drawing your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Curling your toes under. We'll send our hips up in our downward facing dog to set up for pigeon pose. So press your knees up and then your hips back. Take a couple moments to pedal out the feet. So bend one knee, straighten the other. Repeat that on the other side. So eventually finding stillness. And then from here, floating your right leg high to the sky. And on your exhale, draw your right knee to your right wrist, coming into pigeon. Release your left toes. Inhale, walk your hands up to set the hips. And on your exhale, begin to walk your hands out, coming into your reclined pigeon. Allow your right hip to settle. And if your forehead doesn't rest on the mat, you can always slide a block underneath your forehead just to draw some tension away from your neck. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further? Allowing your right hip to release a little bit more. Take another deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Can you walk your fingertips out maybe just a little bit further? Allow your shoulders to soften. Trying to remove tension from your neck. Got a few more breaths here. And take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. As you sit down on your right glute and draw your left leg forward. And then from here, we're going to make our way into Shavasana. So just laying down on your back. Your feet as wide as your mat. Allow your palms to face up. And allow your right hip to begin to settle and release. Allow your shoulders to soften. Breathing into any sensation that you might be feeling in your body. Letting your breath bring softness to those areas. Letting your body relax a little bit more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side, a little bit of forward and backwards. Then letting your knees sway from the right to the left, gently letting your knees fall to your left side or your right side, coming into fetal position. And we'll take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then on the next inhale, slowly begin to make your way back to tabletop position. As you draw your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips, curling your toes, we'll send our hips up in our downward facing dog, so press our knees up and back. Take a few moments here to pedal out the feet, bend one knee, straighten the other. Repeat that on the other side. Couple more times. Eventually finding stillness. On the next inhale, float your left leg high to the sky. And on your exhale, coming into pigeon pose, so draw your left knee to your left wrist. Release your right toes. Inhale, walk your hands up to set the hips. And on your exhale, walk your hands out. Allow your left hip to settle. Removing any tension from your right leg. Trying to remove tension from your neck. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further? Letting your left hip settle a little bit more. Take a few moments to notice how this side feels. Can you push this side a little bit more? Or do you need to take a little bit more care on this side? Take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further? Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. As you sit on your left glute and draw your right leg forward. And then make your way into Shavasana, so laying all the way down onto your back. And letting your left hip begin to settle. Allow your palms to face up. Breathing into your left hip. Letting it relax a little bit more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. And then from here, lowering your feet down onto your mat. And then grabbing your block. We're going to come into waterfall. So draw your knees into your chest. Shift your hips up. Sliding your tailbone. Sliding the block underneath your tailbone as you straighten your legs to the ceiling. And allow your shoulders to soften. And you can keep your hands out to the side, or if you want to cactus your arms, feel free to cactus your arms. If that feels good. Maybe tonight you just want to let them rest by your side, but if you want to bring a little bit of release to your shoulders, you can add a cactus. Taking note of any thoughts that might be rising up. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to pass by. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales. And your exhales. Letting your shoulders soften a little bit more. Take a few more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest as you shift your hips up and slide the block out from underneath. Gently giving your knees a squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Open your arms up into a T and let your knees gently fall to your right side. Keeping your left shoulder blade pressed into your mat. Maybe you draw your knees closer to your chest, or maybe you draw them further away. Letting your body settle into the twist. With every exhale. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center as you let your knees gently fall to your left side. Adjusting your knees, whether you draw them closer to your body or you draw them further away. Keeping your right shoulder blade pressed into your mat. Letting your body settle into the twist with every exhale. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On the next inhale, slowly draw your knees back to center. Open up to happy baby. Grab the outside of your feet. Open your knees nice and wide. Gently rocking a little bit of forward and backwards. A little bit of side to side. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, open up to Shavasana. Legs as wide as your mats. Palms to face up. Letting your body melt into the mats. Taking this opportunity to let go. Letting your body find rest. Letting your mind find peace. Breathing into your feet, all the way to your toes. Breathing into your ankles, allowing them to soften with your exhale. Breathing into your calves and into your shins. Breathing into your knees, allowing them to soften with your exhale. Breathing into your hamstrings and into your quadriceps. Breathing into your hips. Letting any tension dissolve. Letting them melt a little bit more into your mat. Breathing into your low spine, into your abdomen. Breathing into your mid-spine, all the way to your upper spine. Breathing into your shoulders, letting any tension dissolve. Letting them melt a little bit more into your mat. Breathing into your triceps and into your biceps. Breathing into your elbows, allowing them to soften with your exhale. Breathing into your forearms and into your wrists. Breathing into your hands all the way to the fingertips. Breathing into your neck, allowing it to soften with your exhale. Breathing into your scalp and into your forehead. Breathing into your jaw, allowing it to soften with your exhale. Breathing into your cheeks and into your eyes. And take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, let your body fully relax. Surrendering to this posture. Letting your body melt a little bit deeper into your mat. And on the next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Gently moving your toes. Slowly waking up your body, drawing your attention back to the room. And on the next inhale, slowly reach your arms up and overhead. And grabbing one wrist and gently pulling it to one side of the room, feeling the stretch in your side body. Then release that wrist, grab your other wrist and gently pull it to your opposite side. Releasing that wrist, reach your hands to the very back of the room and your feet to the very front. On your next inhale, take a full body stretch, breathe in. Exhale, let it all go. Slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side, a little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then letting your knees sway from the right to the left. Gently letting your knees fall to your right side or to your left side, coming into fetal position. Offering breaths of gratitude. Grateful for your practice this evening. Grateful to our bodies. Take a few moments to reflect on the intention you set at the beginning of practice. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up to a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed and drawing your hands to heart center when you arrive. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it all go. On the next inhale, draw a gentle smile to your face. Exhale it all out. Take a few moments to thank your body for all the hard work it did this evening. I thank you and am very humbled and blessed by your practice. Namaste. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Josh. Mark. Thank you, Josh, too. Good stretching, Mark.
Yeah, do you like that one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I so wish I was as flexible with the
Forward.
forward folds as I am with the pigeon.
Yeah.
Pigeon, I could fall asleep. Like it's just, I know
Yeah.
that's, yeah.
Where do you feel it? Where do you feel it in your when you're doing forward folds?
Hamstring mostly.
Yeah. Do you sit up on a block or sit up on a cushion?
It does help to sit on the block, so I have started doing that, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel that too? Is it your hamstrings when you do the forward fold?
Yeah.
Or maybe even take like a blanket or a towel and just slide it and roll it and just slide it underneath your knees so that there's just like a little bit of a bend.
Yeah, it does help to have the bend in the knee, but I hadn't thought about, rolling something underneath. How do you, Josh, do you fold all the way down?
No, I have to bend my knee.
You do, eh? Yeah, I don't know. It's just,
How come we're not seeing Josh?
he's right there.
A little screen there.
Oh, because I have to now,
This one?
you have to unpin.
Unpin Mark.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ah,
Yeah. If you put like a blanket or a towel underneath, it'll just give it a little bit of support too. So it'll be like more comfortable to fold, right? Because then there'll be that, you're not having to try to like keep your knees bent. There'll be something there that's like helping your knees stay bent, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm not a folder. I don't know when to fold them, hold them, whatever.
But your child's poses look great. Now that I could see you today, I was like, oh, you guys are really resting in child's pose.
Oh, yeah.
I like that one, Mark.
But that truly is a great position. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's wide knee, closed knee, it's all good. When I had my knee injury, Mark, I remember the surgeon saying to me, what is the thing you want to do most? And I said, child's pose. I just want to go back to, I couldn't do anything like that. Yeah.
So what, do you put your hands at your head or at your ankles for child pose?
So if it's wide knee, I put it ahead and it gives my shoulders such a wonderful stretch. And then when I close knee, I put to my ankles. Yeah. Or my back or whatever. Yeah. What do you do?
No hands to the back.
Oh, no way. Speaking of hands, like the waterfall with the, what do we call it?
Surrender, whatever.
Cactus arm? Cactus.
Cactus. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember doing that before. That felt really good.
That was a new variant. It was very good.
Yeah. Loved it. Love waterfall.
Mark's like the virus, adds this little variant now and then.
I gotta keep you on your toes somehow.
So good.
I like it, Mark. We like variety, yes.
What do you do for your child's pose, Josh? Do you put to your knee or to your feet?
Yeah, 99% of the time I've got, unless it's specifically told to put my hands forward, I just kind of tuck them underneath my ankles.
Yeah. And do you have a favorite that way, Mark? What do you do?
I do the same with you. So if it's wide knee, my hands are usually forward. I usually put them in like almost a diamond so that my shoulders kind of soften.
Yeah.
And then closed knee, I tuck my chin in and then I just put my feet. Yeah.
Such a good position. No wonder babies love it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why
We're
do we
doing melting.
Yeah.
Doing
Yes.
melted heart, or if we're doing puppy pose, then I'll have my arms forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was great. That was you promised a nice soft routine and the stretching was fabulous. Thank you.
No, that's good. We'll have to one day, we'll have to get, like if you have a big blanket, we'll roll it and use it as a bolster. I know you have bolsters at your,
Yeah, we've got to get those from the center. Yes, that would be fabulous.
yeah, because then we can do more of a restorative class. So like even when you're in like reclined butterfly, you would put it here and then just your body opens up this way, right? So it's a big like chest opener and a heart opener. So
Incredible how that feels, eh? Yeah.
And then you like forward fold, like even when you're in like pigeon, right? You can even just have like the bull and like you hug it, right?
Yeah.
So
That might help you. You'd feel more comfortable. Yeah.
yeah, so it just gives you like a little bit of cushion to like let your body lean on it. So
Okay.
The other thing too, you might be able to use. Do you have a large foam roller?
Foam roller. We used to have one.
You
Is that
do like one.
yours?
I don't know.
Yeah, we used to have
Those
one.
are beautiful for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All these
What are
little
we-
things. Our front hall closet's becoming the yoga closet.
I'm not sure we had that roller.
We used to have a roller.
Some yeah.
Yeah.
Those are great for getting like working out knots and stuff like that. You can, like when you're watching TV, you can just roll yourself while you're watching TV.
Jeez.
That's what Julie does. She's watching TV shows, rolling. She's laying on the floor, rolling back and forth.
Sounds
So that way
good.
you're making use. Like normally when you watch TV, you see it, right, which is not good for you. So if you're actively doing something, at least you're making double use of the time.
Yeah.
So
Good idea.
That's my rowing, Josh. I row in front of the television and catch up on my shows.
there you go. That's how to do it.
Oh, well.
So next week we have wine night, right?
No, next week is,
Oh, next week is Easter. So wine night will be the second Sunday in the month?
I guess.
No classes next week, so
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and then we'll pick up hopefully I don't have to teach on the Saturday, so we can do the Saturday and the Sunday, but I'll
Awesome.
get back to you. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Mark. That's great.
If we
All
go
right.
okay, we can definitely
All
do
right. So there's no. Let me go back here. I haven't actually looked at the calendar.
So next Sunday's Easter Sunday and no
Can you
no
believe
classes.
it? We're into April.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All that snow. All my snow's gone.
I know, I'm excited.
The grass is starting to get green.
Oh, it got dark all of a sudden? Wow.
We had sun
The
there.
sun shone like beautifully just a moment ago, and then poof, it's black.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna storm.
Yes.
So the 4th then is not, we're not doing it then.
No, because that's Easter Sunday, so I'm probably thinking people will be with their families. If
Okay.
Yeah.
So those yogas, so you'll get back to us as to where to move the yoga to? The Easter Sunday yoga?
well, so Easter Sunday yoga might go on the next Saturday.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll go ahead and do
I'll
that
let you
now.
know for sure, though. I'm not sure if I have to teach on the Saturday. I'm gonna try and
Okay.
keep the Saturday open, but if Cornwall and Ottawa goes to gray after Easter, then we can definitely do the Saturday, Sunday. So,
Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll move the wine.
We don't want gray. We don't want gray.
Yeah.
we don't want gray, but it looks like it's going that way, you know?
Ah,
Well, Ottawa definitely looks like it's going in that direction.
we seem to follow Ottawa's lead, don't we, Mark?
Yeah, I know. My friends wanted to go out to dinner last night, and I was like, nope. I said yes. I said yes, and then I called, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable with the numbers rising. I'm not going. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah, most people are pretty cool about it. Okay, so I'm moving the wine social to the 11th.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Diane, George, Meany, Diane, Davina, and Mark. Okay. so
Perfect.
Is Jill and Peter going to join us for wine? No?
Hopefully, I've
They'll
invited
get
them.
the invitation. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that's okay. So Sunday. All right, so then you'll get back to me as to when what we're gonna do with the Easter yoga Sunday, Easter Sunday yoga.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're good now.
All right.
Yeah, this is what I forgot to do because I figured I'll do it later and then never did, and then we're rushing around to put a new appointment for that makeup class.
Yeah.
I realized after the fact
We're
that I could have just moved the class.
we're appreciative that you do it.
Yeah.
It only takes us 2 seconds. It's just a matter of doing it. So,
All right. Well, have a great remainder of evening.
Yes.
You too.
And have a great week.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All righty.
Yeah.
Happy Easter.
Yeah. Happy
You too.
Easter.
you guys
Bye.
later.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.